Hello, and thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedules to join me today. I hope that there's something within this video that is a benefit to you or to somebody that you know. Please like, subscribe, and share, regardless of what platform you're on. You can find us on YouTube, Rumble, as well as Locals, and you can also find us on Getter and Minds, as well as Odyssey. So please follow, subscribe, hit the little likes button down below, and leave a comment. I'd be happy to hear what you have to say about this. I thought I'd get back to fundamentals of sales and, well, business, kind of a back to basics. Besides accounting firms, you could say that I sell insurance. This, what I use in insurance, etc., my other businesses of the past, and sales, can be applied for personal development as well. How you apply the information in this episode is entirely up to you and based on your mindset. Mindset is really important. So, real quick disclaimer. I close 1 in 4 sales in the industry that I'm in. I'm really good. For the past 20 years or so, I've done sales. I'm in the top 5% of producers for an actual company that I'm in, and I haven't done a sale in about 4 years, which says something as well. I do my sales production over the phone, but it's because I offer a service everyone needs and can use. I believe and I know the service helps people, and I've used it myself. No one can offer anything like this service either. As of late, our political views seem to be very different between me and the company, and it might be time for me to look for other work. Well, and of course I am with my accounting firm doing this, a few others, this and that. At this time, however, they are paying me for work that I did years ago. I'll still take their money, and with a smile. Another reason that I chose that company. Now, what I'm about to go over in this video really is just what has worked for me in my personal experience. It's kind of going to be a quick rundown of them. And I thought I'd actually share with people of what has helped me when it comes to sales. Now, obviously, part of it is obviously the voice. Aware of that. But there are other ways that you can do it as well. So to start with the basics, one of them, and believe it or not, I do have to kind of say it, it starts with managing your professional appearance. Dress accordingly. When I work from home, pre-shutdowns, yeah, I do sales from home. And I had weekly sales meeting and 3 different monthly meetings, monthly recognition dinner, still kind of busy. But I'd still dress the part. The top salespeople in the industry, at least for the area I was in, would get together and we'd have dinner once a month. Now, this, of course, builds culture, which is really good for a network marketing business. You want to get in the habit of building culture, but with any particular business. So let me ask you, if you're a small business owner, do you recognize your staff in such a way? Anyways, I'd still wear a shirt and tie to these meetings. Why? Because it helped with my mindset. Like when you're doing telemarketing, the toughest thing to do is to pick up the phone for the first time, even just to start your day. After years of picking up the phone, it was and is probably the hardest thing of my day. For some people, it's just shutting off the alarm and getting up. Picking up that phone and doing that first initial call of the day. It gets easier with time, but it really was the hardest part of my day. That first phone call, that first knock on the door if you were a door-to-door salesman. It's like the other day someone was talking to me about the mandates, saying people had to do it to keep their families from starving. And I say there's always another way. So if your only income comes from commission-based pay, you can be pretty motivated to overcome certain fears. But again, some changes are required, some sacrifices will need to be made to overcome the obstacles that present themselves. And while change can be scary for some, sacrificing is something to be afraid of, not realizing the longer benefit if they were to give up something to advance themselves or move forward. Set and commit to goals. Be realistic in setting them. It helps to have been doing them for more than 90 days. so that you can get yourself a 90-day tracking sheet. Now, 90-day tracking sheets are so good for so many things. Obviously, they're by the quarter, kind of obvious there. But for small businesses today, it helps you to be able to keep those realistic goals. It allows you to set realistic goals that allow you to improve on realistic production. In other words, not some pie in the sky, oh, we can do 1,000 when you only have enough machines to do 10. So, to make predictions based on realistic production from the past. In other words, counting for 6 days or whatnot, you know what your past achievements have been versus what can be realistically set, what you need to do to even just maintain where you had been. Don't be afraid to set goals that push yourself or stretch yourself a little bit further. Les Brown likes to say, shoot for the moon, because at least that way, if you miss, you hit the stars. So you do want to set goals that stretch yourself. And then there, of course, is get to doing. You need to actually take action and be intentional about that action. You need to look at it as if you become laser focused on your target or the goals to make sure that you do achieve them and that you can overcome any fears or obstacles that could arise. Because, well, that's one thing about life. Obstacles come at you from everywhere and out of nowhere. So you want to be ready to take those on as well. Granted, multitasking is a thing. I know women are supposed to be good at it, but you don't want to do it when you're concentrating on your goals. You want to look at just achieving that goal. If you find you have other things that will distract you, look into getting someone to help you take care of those issues. But you need to get yourself trained to be able to make sure you achieve your priorities of each day, at the very least. Now, granted, when I was a single father, during some of those times, many times, my son would be a distraction while I was talking to someone over the phone. But I was able to use that. It helped me to be able to close sales. So also, if you're at home doing sales or phone sales, never discount children being able to help close the sales sometimes. I know, horrible business tactic. Oh, dear me. Anyways, every one of those times I also offered to call them back. Oh, no, it's okay. So I'd talk to them while I was helping my son. Those usually it did end up in sales. Those were a promising sign as well, because they want to stay on it, get them to say, yes, I've done a video about that. Anyways, that really is a whole nother story. You also want to be able to, part of the dress professionally is allowing you to convey confidence. You want to be able to convey confidence in your business and yourself. Part of this, just as I said, comes for the dressing for success. That is really kind of step one. Also, know your product or service that you are offering. Know when the service or product that you offer cannot help someone as well, because not all situations can be helped. You need to also at times be able to say, well, I don't think we can help you. If something should change, please keep us in mind. If anything changes on my end, I will contact you back. Still good to kind of contact them, say, hey, have you given it a thought? Are you interested? Sales training for another time. So when you're also in sales, or you have a product you're offering or a service you're offering, or you're looking for that job that you really want, you also want to keep in mind of under-promising and over-delivering. This is a good key to keep in mind. Confidence also comes from overcoming your fears. The more often that you do something, the more confident you'll become, and the more likely through action you'll get to the rewards that you're looking for. Practice doesn't make perfect, but it does make better. Understanding the competition to your product or service is helpful, both in what they offer and what their fees are, as well as any differences that your product or service might have that will stand out differently from them. With the service that I currently offer, I generally avoid comparisons, because whatever services are out there, our service actually just beats them completely hands down. So I already know enough about the competitors to be able to say, well, they just offer this, this, and this, and we offer this whole long list of stuff. Most of the time, I just show them that the best product for their needs, but that involves knowing, again, what your prospect needs and your services and what they are providing. Gee, I hope that didn't sound like a circular comment. So once you get started, you'll find yourself that you overcome your fears to make the first baby steps. Some people are lucky enough to start running, but again, you want to start with small steps and move on from there. It does become easier. Many times the differences between winning and losing is momentum. So once you get started, you don't necessarily want to stop. You want to set yourself an end goal of, I want to be here in 5 years, or where am I going to be in 5 years? If you don't see an improvement, it's a good time to go look for something new to start. When you have no momentum, even the smallest task seems impossible to overcome. Small problems look like insurmountable obstacles, and the morale becomes low. Your morale or the business's morale becomes low. Future appears dark. On the other hand, when you have momentum on your side, the future looks bright, obstacles appear small, they're easy to overcome, and troubles even seem inconsequential. Momentum is a very powerful thing, whether, again, you're talking about an individual or a large business or a very small business. Momentum is the key. Once you set yourself a goal, you want to stay action orientated towards that goal. It's easier to change course when you have momentum as well, when the unexpected should come up, than to overcome that obstacle without the benefit of momentum. Momentum will also carry you and your business to achieve the goals that you have set. I think I'm going to call it there for now, and I want to leave you with one quote. 2 Timothy 1:7, "For God gave us a spirit, not of fear, but of power and of love and self-control." With that, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedules. I hope that there is something within this video that is benefit to you or to somebody that you know. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. As I said, the multiple platforms, YouTube, Rumble, Locals, Minds, and Getter, as well as Odyssey. United we stand, divided we fall. God bless you, and God bless America.